What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. Really quick plug, really quick. Second video is coming out today. We got the newest raid boss video. I'm very excited about this one. It was a very fun experience. It was the best turnout that we've had for raid bosses, and you guys battling them and whatever. And speaking of you guys battling raid bosses, if you want to get in on the action, we do it on Saturdays. And if you want more information, link to the Discord is in the description. Click the link and join the Discord. It's an automatic invite. You just click it and you'll be accepted. And then just go to announcements. You'll see. I page everybody in there. It's just, you'll see what's going on. So, yeah, it's fun stuff. We had a huge turnout last week. And, yeah, I had a lot of footage to go through. But yeah, that's a separate topic. Anyway, if you want to join the raid bosses, come on down. Raid bosses, what are they real quick? Man, this is going on. I said I wanted to do this quick, and it's turning out longer than I want. But what are raid bosses? Very quick. They are an amiibo that I trained, and then I gave them extremely beefy super stats, and then you guys can duke it out with them and try to defeat them. And I think it's a fun time. Everybody seems to enjoy it. So if you're interested in playing Smash Bros. And you're up for a little bit of a challenge, join the Discord. Come on, I want to see you guys in there. But, yeah, so back to the matter at hand. Plug over. But 100 characters in the tournament. You guys know this by now. Each day on the channel, except Sundays, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. And, yeah, then we vote between one of the two characters down in the comments. But, hey, voting's a part of the rules, so we'll throw up all the rules on screen here for you guys very quickly. All right, here we go. Extreme, quick run-through of all the rules. It's for fun. That means you could vote for whoever you want, not who's necessarily more likely, but vote for whoever you want between the two characters that are in the match for the day. You only get one vote. How do you vote? Simple. Type the name of the character you are voting for down in the comment section. You are allowed to vote for both characters if you really like both the characters by simply typing the word both. But do remember you only get one vote. The rest of the rules, double elimination tournament, meaning any character will have to lose twice before being officially eliminated. Once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each matchup, if there happens to be a tie in the voting, gonna flip a coin on camera. It's the fairest way to break a tie. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you have 7 days once the episode gets uploaded to get your votes in. If your vote comes in after that, doesn't count. Rules over, get to the rest of the video. Dang, that would have been the quickest I ever got through some rules. Let's go. We rolling today. Man, the winner's bracket, we're back there, by the way, and we'll get there in just a second, but the winner's bracket is pumping out some crazy, insane, awesome matches. Plenty more to come. Plenty more to come. But before we get to the matchup for the day, we got to go over the results from last week, which was a loser bracket, meaning a character is getting eliminated today. So the matchup from last week was Hatsune Miku, who was taking on Tails from, well, Sonic series, and the winner won very convincingly. Tails ended up taking this W, 38 votes to just 11 votes for Hatsune Miku. So congrats to Tails, moves on for at least one more round, because again, Tails is in the loser bracket. So, but that does mean Hatsune Miku has been eliminated. So yeah, nothing more to say. Nothing more to say. Congrats, Tails. Let's move on to the matchup, which this is a good one. I mean, like I was just saying, the winner's bracket is cranking out some insane epic matches. Or I mean, like today's matchup, I know we get there a Mii costume and a spirit and all that stuff, right? We get that, but still vote for who you want, right? Rex and Pyra from the Xenoblade franchise. All right, big topic, right? Especially Rex. I mean, Pyra and Mythra got to be in there as well. But their opponent, Rayman from Rayman series. Yeah, we know that guy. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we got some stuff to talk about. Rayman, right? Nintendo and Ubisoft seem to be working pretty well together. Obviously, a couple years ago, we had the Mario and Rabbids crossover game, which was a phenomenal game. Loved the mashup. It was just awesome to see Nintendo kind of like branching out just a little bit, doing some crossovers in some other fun ways. Awesome game. So Ubisoft and Nintendo, they seem to be great. Plus, we just had the Rabbids Mii costume and the Altair from the Assassin's Creed franchise. They got Mii costumes as well. So I don't know. Is it kind of maybe Nintendo warming up, or maybe I'm not sure to put anything out there, but are they hinting? Again, please don't take that whatever. But is a Ubisoft playable rep gonna be in Fighter Pass 2? If so, I still think Rayman has to be in the conversation. has to be in the conversation. Now, why? Rayman makes a lot of sense. A lot of people, if you're going to think of Ubisoft, Rayman's going to come to mind for a large amount of, well, the people that are, well, considering Ubisoft to get a rep. Rayman is recognizable. He's got the cartoonish sort of style, and aesthetically, he kind of fits. I know some people don't like that argument, but I'm just saying, like, personally, I like that. If the character just kind of seems like they get along with the rest of like the style of Smash Bros. To me, I love that. I don't like to see a character that's like, why are you in the roster? You're like way out of left field, and it's like you don't really fit what's kind of going on here, you know? So Rayman, cartoonish Nintendo vibes going for the character, which is pretty cool to see. But Rayman as a character, before we get to the character, let's talk about his series real quick. So Rayman, I think potentially the big thing that a lot of people bring up could be what could be holding Rayman back from actually becoming a playable character in Smash Bros. I think there's one big thing. His games don't sell particularly well in Japan. Now, like Sakurai has said in the past that he does try to. I don't think he said he's trying to favor Japan characters, but like he wants like the culture over there. He really wants to try to put that into Smash Bros. And yes, well, we've gotten some other characters from that are popular in all over parts of the world. Like K. Rool and I think Ridley were mainly Western audiences that were asking for them. So it's cool. We're getting more variety, and I guess Banjo especially. With the recent Fighter Pass, the first one. Does Rayman kind of fit that sort of same thing for Fighter Pass 2? I think potentially. I really do think. Okay, you got to remember though. Nintendo's the one that picked the characters again for Fighter Pass 2. Nintendo picked it, not Sakurai. So it's going to depend on Nintendo approach. Which companies do they approach? Do they have a good working relationship? Were there talks long ago that were just kind of like, all right, yeah, these are pretty much ready to go and we're willing to do it. So Rayman, I don't know. Ubisoft, I don't know. Like, it just, to me, it was kind of like a little unexpected. I'm going back to the Mii costumes here. The whole the Rabbids and the Altair, the Assassin's Creed Mii costume just seemed a little kind of like, whoa, where did that come from? Nobody was expecting that, right? So, and plus, I don't know. It's just kind of like the fact that there's certain Mii costumes that we're still expecting to see back, potentially like a Lloyd Irving or Hayachi or somebody like that. We still don't have any Bandai Mii costumes. So what does that say about Bandai? I don't know. But, I mean, like Ubisoft, like just out of nowhere. So potentially Ubisoft could, I guess, would it make sense though if they're going to do Ubisoft character for the Fighter Pass? Wouldn't they kind of bundle in more Ubisoft Mii costumes with the Ubisoft character? Wouldn't that make sense? Sure, but there's always been random characters and random Mii costumes for each individual character that's come out so far. Characters that don't really fit that theme for the character. It's just kind of like, oh, here's another random Mii costume. Okay, we'll take it, right? So cool stuff, very fun stuff. What was it? Was it Banjo? Was it Banjo? They had was that the one with the Pokemon or Team Rocket Mii costumes? Like Banjo and Pokemon, like that's completely different. So there's always random companies that are mixed in with Mii costumes. I don't think there's anything to trying to figure out with that. Like, all right, whatever. But I don't know. Overall, Rayman, he's got some good moveset. He's pretty popular, in at least America and Europe for the most part. Maybe not so much Japan, but I don't think that should really hold him back as much as we think he could. Because, again, maybe another Western rep happens to get favoritism in a way for at least one of the character slots in Fighter Pass 2. We don't know. We'll find out. Plus, is he still frozen on Battlefield? I mean, he kind of looks like it. Kind of looks like it a little bit. But let's talk about his opponent. Another character that's really talked about. Rex. Now, Sakurai said this himself. Going back to when they first announced Fighter Pass 1, and they announced that Rex was a bonus. Yeah, that's what he was. He's just a bonus. You got the bonus Rex Mii costume if you purchased the Fighter Pass 1. And Sakurai had mentioned that he wanted to put Rex in, but development cycles between Smash and Xenoblade at the time, it just quite wasn't Rex's time. If there would have been, you know, another, if Smash would have been delayed, or, you know, would have came out another half a year to another year later than it would have, Rex probably would have been in the roster. Maybe even with Pyra, maybe even with Pyra and Mythra, whatever that might have been. But Sakurai seemed to be a fan of this character. Now, again, Nintendo's the one that picked the DLC. And with Fire Emblem being a choice that Nintendo went with, I think it's safe to say we're going to get at least one more first-party character, right? Who could that be? Could it be a new Pokemon? Could it be a character from an upcoming, maybe a new Animal Crossing character? Maybe a new, maybe Psylux from Metroid Prime? Maybe, I don't know, maybe another Bayonetta character? Because isn't Bayonetta 3 still a thing? Are we ever getting any more information on that? Maybe a Breath of the Wild 2 character? Whatever. Like, first party, the point is I think there's a good chance that happens. So, Rex. Sakurai wanted it to happen. So what are the chances that Sakurai was trying to talk Nintendo, you know, when they're trying to come up with the list for all 6 characters for Fighter Pass 2? What are the chances Sakurai was trying to work Rex in there somehow? Now, I know there's this weird argument going around. I've brought this up before, and I don't understand it. Where some people say they'd feel cheated out of the Rex Mii costume if he ended up becoming a playable character later on in Smash Ultimate. I'm like, okay, so first of all, you're a fan of Rex, but you're going to feel betrayed because he's going to get a because his Mii costume feels a little worthless, because you're getting the actual playable character. I don't understand that argument whatsoever. How do you feel cheated? It was basically a bonus Mii costume as kind of a little, like, he would have made it in the roster if we had a little bit more time. He couldn't quite do it, so here's what we're going to work with instead. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe Sakurai wanted to try to work his magic a little bit and say, hey, look, if you're going to make me do another whole fighter pass, you know, an additional 6 characters, I want some input. I want a certain character. And maybe Rex happens to be that character. Maybe he does come with Mythra or Pyra. And I think that's where the real fun aspect to his character, that's how he could really differentiate them from the roster. Really get tag team or the triple character, whatever Rex would come with. Maybe he'd be solo. I don't think Rex should be solo, in my personal opinion. He should come with, it should be Rex and Pyra at least, if not with Mythra as well. But at least Rex and Pyra to work as a tandem, to work as a duo, and that would be their big thing. I know Ice Climbers are pretty much the duo team, but I think, what if Sakurai was able to sit down and work out just a bit more time? I mean, look, the DLC, the placeholder date is December 31st, 2021. So we still have roughly 2 years that Nintendo and Sakurai can sit down and really work on these characters. So what if he took a little bit more time to really hash out Rex and Pyra duo, but really make them more than just like alright, Rex attacks and then Pyra will attack and do the same thing. What if there's different, like Rex will attack, but Pyra will attack, but it's gonna be something different than what Rex does, and maybe they'll do a couple sword slashes, stuff that comes from their game and makes a lot of sense. But I don't know. Maybe there's a way he really breaks it down and they work as a team, but I don't want to say I don't know how I'm trying to put this. I hope that makes sense. No, none of that made sense. I apologize. I'm going to go to the voting because I'm rambling too long and it's like 2:30 in the morning. So, who am I voting for? This is actually a really good matchup. I like this one. I really like both these characters. If it were up to me, I think... Oh boy. This is actually tough. I think I'm gonna vote... Ooh. This is actually tough. I think I'm gonna go Rayman here. No. Yeah. I'm going Rayman. My mind's made up. That's it. We're leaving it at that. I would love Rex and Pyra as well. This is tough. This one's actually a tough one for me. Really tough. But Rayman's getting my vote. I'm going to stick with that. So, that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is difficult to some people as it is for me. I'm gonna flip-flop this in my mind after the video's done, but no, Rayman is getting my vote. Rayman's got my vote. So let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. So today's wrapping up, but before we do, you know the deal. A little sneak peek for tomorrow. Tomorrow's matchup, we have Phoenix Wright from the Ace Attorney series, another Capcom rep potentially, and his opponent happens to be Pauline from, well, I guess the Mario series, another first-party character potentially. So, yes, that's tomorrow's matchup. And then the results for tomorrow is going to be somewhere down here. There we go. It's going to be another loser bracket, so somebody's getting eliminated, but it's either going to be Frank West or Bandana Waddle Dee advancing. Obviously, the loser is eliminated. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.